submarine ride.
This is UWN, The Splash. All the news from under the sea. I'm Jacques Cousteau.
And I'm Angel F. Ish. The submarine is seaworthy and with a full displacement. So down Periscope, let's dive.
In freshwaters, several homes were damaged today in Lake Mille Lacs, Minnesota by an ice tsunami. Scientists describe this as when the ice partially melts and the wind causes the loosened ice to flow onshore. Northern residents say that this event is even worse than flooding because the ice wrecks the outside walls of the homes. A couple of houses were literally sunk by the ice. Unfortunately for the homeowners, most insurance policies don't cover damage caused by ice tsunamis.
And in the salty sea, we are worried about the flood of pilot whales in very shallow waters off the west coast of Florida near Highland Beach. No one knows how the 51 whales got there, but now the question is why they're not swimming out. Already, 10 of the 51 whales have beached themselves, and it's feared that this number could surge if the whales don't start swimming into open ocean. Unfortunately, sharks have kept rescuers from shepherding the surviving whales out to open sea.
A mother has been shocked by a shark. June Emerson of Manhattan Beach, California, and her 2 boys were enjoying a day on the shore. She snapped a picture of her children and later saw she was photobombed by a baby great white shark in a wave curl behind them. The boys were unharmed and unaware, but this adds to the growing upsurge of shark sightings near Manhattan Beach.
In local waters, over 75 trout were found dead along a stretch of McLeod Run in Cedar Rapids. Officials found a water main break causing chlorinated water to rush into the stream. The DNR says that the chlorinated water got into the stream through the storm sewer, but are unsure how much is leaked in. Cedar Rapids has already agreed to pay the state more than $8,400 in compensation to help clean the state's only urban trout stream. Swimming up to us now is our underwater meteorologist, Aqua Marie. Are we going to have a flood of cold air?
Dive, dive, dive. A swell of cold this week. Get out your coats and put the scuba gear away. It will be 34 today and 14 tonight, and by midweek the water will be turning to ice. Temperatures will drop well below freezing. Look for single digits by day and below 0 by night, along with freezing rain on Wednesday. Snow Thursday, and because of the low temps, watch for a frozen tide.
Brr, I always prefer my water in liquid form. Thanks, Aqua Marie.
Can the tide actually freeze?
If it can, sounds like it might this week.
Overseas, a video of a man rescued after being trapped in Davy Jones's locker for 3 days in an air bubble has gone viral. A Nigerian cook, Harrison Okene, was salvaged after 72 hours at the bottom of the Atlantic in an overturned tugboat. He says that he kept afloat by sipping on Coca-Cola. Rescue divers searched the wreckage expecting to find bodies when his hand reached out through the murkiness. Okene believes that his liberation from a depth of 5 fathoms is a sign of divine deliverance. Unfortunately, the other 11 seamen aboard the Jaskin 4 perished.
And travelers can now enjoy a night underwater, just like we do. Off the coast of Tanzania, an underwater hotel room is set to open. The room, which lies in the Indian Ocean, is 3 meters under the sea, but there is an above-water deck for travelers who want to get some fresh air and sun. The room has glass windows and lights to illumine the underwater activity.
Coming up after the break, a special report on a massive pod of whales.
And Finn Dorsal sails in with the latest sports. Stay tuned.
Want to pick around the rocks?
How about some algae?
No. I've had algae all week.
Barracuda!
How about Red Lobster? They've got wood-grilled tilapia tacos, shrimp and chips, and the Bar Harbor salad with salmon. Yum.
That sounds perfect. I'm starving.
Doesn't that seem a little awkward? We're fish.
But it's only $7.99.
Why didn't you say so?
Red Lobster. We're even the fish. Seafood differently.
Gil?
Yeah, Flo?
How do we hold the forks?
This is UWN, The Splash.
Evelyn Ocean comes in now from midship with our special report. Were we awash with extra waves outside the sub today?
Why, yes, Angel. Those waves were caused by whales. Lots and lots of whales. Over 200 humpback whales appeared right off the coast of California. It began with the anchovies, miles and miles of them, their silvery blue bodies thick in the waters of Monterey Bay. Those attracted large amounts of humpback and killer whales, and whale watchers were thrilled. One native proclaimed that he couldn't tell you where to look because he has never seen this many in one place. This sea life show will end eventually, but for now, just enjoy the view.
So cool. Thanks, Evelyn. We now move astern to our underwater sports director, Finn Dorsal. What's the latest in the pool?
Finn Dorsal here. Sports. The U.S. won this year's Speedo Duel in the Pool, but not by much. It's an annual swimming competition between the United States and Europe held in Glasgow, Scotland. The score was tied, sending us to the tiebreaker. A 4x50 meter mixed medley relay. Oh yes, 2 men and 2 women on each team. The Americans outtouched the Europeans by 0.2 of a second to claim the win. But one of the most prominent swimmers didn't compete. 3-time Olympian Ryan Lochte tore his MCL after a run-in with a fan. The injury occurred when a fan excitedly ran up to him. He caught her. They both fell, and he landed on a curb. The girl was unharmed, and after surgery, Lochte expects a speedy recovery. I'm Finn Dorsal, and that's the sports.
Thanks, Finn. I'm afraid that brings our underwater news cruise to a close.
Periscope up, surface, and bon voyage.